Okay, it's been a while. It's been a while. All right, I think that's working. Get some tunes running in my head. All right. Grab a piece of scrap. So, why is this changing? Turn that off. Good. So, those for those of you that have been following me for a while, doesn't look like there's anyone here right now, but I'm always lurking other artists and looking at painting tutorials, drawing tutorials, and so on. And I'm just kind of trying to find the painting technique that suits my needs the most. And while I've always focused on building out values and doing layers and glazes of paint over the drawing to build out the forms, I always kind of end up falling back on some bad habits. So I'm trying to do things a little bit differently. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to try to kind of take a hybrid of Joe Jusko's painting approach where he blocks in all the darks, kind of like an old school ink drawing, and then starts painting over it. Also using some glazes at the same time, but trying to get away from doing multiple layers of paint washes. So I'm going to try to do this. What is it? Just 6:13. I'm going to try to bang this out in an hour. Did a quick Hulk sketch based on a movie still from, I think, Thor Ragnarok. So I'm just going to start inking it and really just get the shapes in black, black out the darkest areas. I might even throw in a Copic to get some very light midtones in grayscale, and then start painting over it. So here we go. Wish me luck. This is an MCCW blank sketch card. I have a lot of them, so why not? And if it turns out well, I'm sure maybe I'll be able to find this little green guy a home. So this approach or this method, the way I understand it, is to really define all the shapes in black, and then just literally start painting in still sort of a wash approach, but really lose, like, not really rely on the transparency too much. So instead of, usually I would do, like 7, 8 coats of paint, of really watered down paint, or using matte medium, to really start building out layers of color and value. Just go right in with kind of heavier paint to get, it's not really get, it's to really lose the blacks. So what I'm doing here, or what I will be doing here, is blocking in the blacks, then painting with the base color. And the reason I decided to use the Hulk is because it's simple and it's pretty much all green, unless I really want to get fancy. Mix the color over the black, which should give me my mid-tone and my mid-dark. And then from there, build highlights and darks. So depending on how long it takes, I could end up using really 4 values or get into more. We'll see how long it takes. This is pretty straightforward for now. And the beauty of this is that I don't really have to be too accurate with the inks. So, not very exciting right now, but I'll get there in a couple of minutes. I think the only important thing to note here is that whatever I use to do the blocking in of the shapes has to be water resistant. Hey, Elmer. Yeah, man. Um, Always got to try new stuff. Um, I did try it yesterday on a couple of quick little like pieces of paper, and I got really nice results. Like I like the way it turned out, but it wasn't planned. It was just kind of I had a bit of time to kill between some meetings, so I was just kind of messing around. And by the way, your piece is coming along really well. I got had time to sit down and work on that a little bit more this week, and I'm hoping this weekend I'm going to be kind of low on chores and domestic duties, so I'll be able to sit down and work on that. Like put in a good 5-6 hours on it tomorrow. And hopefully get your piece done soon. I know you've been very patient, and I appreciate that. So far, just black. Like I said, I might throw in and get it thicker. This one's dead. Let me find something else black that's got a thicker nib. Yeah, this is better. And some black in the hair. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Really appreciate that. So I think the challenge with larger pieces is that there's no quick anything. Like I can't just sit down and do something for 20 minutes on a large piece because it's a large piece, and by the time I get the paints ready and then get the surface wet, I'm out of time. So it's always, lately I've been so busy with work, it's been a little hard to find time for arts and crafts. And this is why I didn't really stream much lately or really post much. I haven't really had much to post. It's no secret that I had to do my card allocation for Fleer Ultra Avengers. Can't show those yet, but they did mention my name in a podcast, so I can say I did do some sketches for that set. I don't know when it's coming out, but did some cool stuff there. So I'm looking forward to being able to share that with the collector community. Some cool stuff there. another set where I did really get to experiment, or didn't really get to, kind of had to because of tight deadline to really experiment to with some other techniques, which are cool, and I'll definitely apply that those techniques to other projects in the future, or those styling. Now, we'll see how the work is received once the set is released. You can make a decision there. Okay, so I'm not in Spider-Man. I am not in Spider-Verse, if that's what you're asking. Should we let this dry a little bit more? So make sure I don't smudge the ink. Okay. Let's go. This I think is a 05, is really old and kind of worn out, but the cool thing about using old fine liners is that you get this broken line, so you can create some nice texture. So I do like to keep these guys around till they're like fully like disintegrated and nothing comes out of it. Okay. Just adding some texture to the forehead. The kind of scary thing about this approach is because everything is kind of black. It's going to leave some sort of cues or guides in between shapes. I mean, with this Hulk in particular, it's not a big deal because he's all green plus the hair. But if it was, for example, like Captain America, where I got the mask, he'd have the mask over the face or something like that, then gonna need to leave some slight separation between elements of different colors, like the mask and the skin, or the Captain America symbol, or the A, or ears and stuff like that. But yeah, for the Hulk, doesn't matter as much. And yes, Jayhawk, Hulk smash, smashy, smashy. Yeah, I lose the line work, and then if you do a block that's all black, you can't see anything. And that's one of the challenges. One of the things I've been struggling a little bit with trying to build values is, you lose you lose the line work. So if you're trying to do something that's kind of more realistic or natural, it gets a little tricky to maintain the forms and the shapes that you created if the line work's gone. And end up spending more time in the paint trying to rebuild those shapes. Yeah, so this isn't a Copic, it's just a alcohol marker, but same shit. It's not the greatest stuff. It's the cheap Amazon brand. So see, there's some smudging, but I'm really hoping that it's not going to make a difference in the long term. So when I hit it with paint, I should lose all this crap. Again, it makes it simple, just simplifies the process a bit that I don't need to be so hyper detailed at this point. But it is going to bleed through the tape. I know that. Oh well. So much for clean edges. And I think the ear should be pretty much all gray. Yeah, exactly. You end up doing the sketch twice. Um, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, my ongoing struggle or challenge of finding the fastest way to produce uh, things of the quality that I want. You kind of lose some of it because it's no longer fast. You have to redraw things multiple times. All right, so this just needs, let's see, like a couple minutes to make sure that the ink dries, the ink from the pen, the marker, because I really don't want to get this ink mixed in with the paint. It creates some weird shit. We don't like that. Okay, let that rest for a minute or dry for a minute. And in the meantime, I'll prep some paint. Ooh. Oh, good. Like using tin foil. For the longest time, I've been using parchment paper on my palette, which helps keep the paint wet longer because some of the moisture gets sucked into the parchment paper. But especially in the summer where it's really humid and warm out, it doesn't work that well because the moisture starts evaporating at a different rate, and it's hard to maintain the same mixture of paint with water. But with foil, because nothing goes through it, the only stuff that really goes through that disappears is the water as it evaporates naturally, so it stays consistent longer. So I'm just going to shake up some green. You guys don't get paid well enough for hobby sketch cards, but those are your business cards. If you do something real nice, there's a better chance new people discover you. Exactly. And that's a little bit of a kind of existential conversation around sketch cards. And it's like, what are you trying to achieve from it? Because you can't do sketch cards specifically for money because, well, I think it's no big secret that the pay from the publishers isn't very good, but it can be a great exposure channel. Rusty, what's going on? Yeah, exactly. Find a balance between quality and time, and I'm not quite there yet. Okay, so there's my scrap. So what I want to do first is I don't want to use this green out of the tube because it's too green. I'm trying to make a little warmer one. It's too light. Okay, let's throw in some black. How's the shoulder, Rusty? Are you going today? Going tomorrow? No. Yeah, there we go. So adding black to a color will desaturate it, which is perfect for mid-tone. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Oh, not there yet. Oh, all right. Well, I'm here to entertain you. All right, so I mixed my value. I'm just going to throw a little bit more water. All right, so at this point, it's literally like coloring by numbers. Again, it's Hulk, so it's easy. So I'm literally just going to, well, not first of all, not dip my finger in wet paint because I'm going to make a mess. Just cover the entire Hulk skin area in this paint and try to get even coats. Are you not entertained? We're all entertained. Everybody's entertained. Sketch card paper is not the greatest for wet medium because it absorbs the paint at an uneven rate, so you can't really keep it wet for too long. Trying to do this quickly. I think the only thing that shouldn't be green is his teeth, but actually I can have a hint of green and then build out the rest after. Oh, Mr. Warner might join us. Let me invite him. Be there in a minute, Warner. But what's important in this approach is to cover the black because I don't want that solid black block the whole time. So I want to give it this green tint. Where is he? There we go. So as this starts to dry, I want to mix some more paint because I do need more coverage. And try to start in the same place. Yeah, this is better. Thanks, Jayhawk. It's not that anyone asked, but I'll the streaming helps keeping me on task because otherwise, you know, I'll start doing something, then get a text message or an email or hear like, oh, the new Boys episode is released. I'm just gonna check that out and then not get anything done. So hopefully there's some value to some people in watching this. And there's Mr. Warner. What's going on?
Oh, I'm in. All right, cool.
You're in.
Yeah, no, I'm painting a bedroom, or at least.
Is that a commission?
Well, yeah, but I'm not getting paid for it. So
Community service.
yeah, pretty much. I got to figure out where I'm at. Yeah, no, it's back into remodel mode. Now I'm doing my daughter's room.
Well, at least you didn't pick the hottest day of the year to.
Well, I'm
There's
inside,
construction
so
work.
yeah, I will say this though. Is the sanding really loud?
It's not loud.
Okay. I couldn't mute myself, but no, it was pretty brutal doing the flooring. With the miter saw outside, but
I bet.
whatever. That got done last night, so now I gotta. So now I'm fixing patches in the wall and ceiling, and I'm cutting the corners on the ceiling right now. But I got this couple spots in the ceiling that I gotta sand.
Oh, I'm off screen. Whoops.
I can't see comments.
No,
because,
that's okay. There really not much happening now, but I was painting off screen. I just realized that.
I saw Rusty was watching, so.
Rusty's watching. Oh, and now he's got to go.
Oh, hi, Scarlett. Bye, Scarlett.
Bye, Scarlett.
You know what? Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason. Should I offend him in some way?
Did you?
I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, my goodness. Sanding ceilings are fun. So what's going on? I mean, it's been a while since
I did a stream. Hang on a second. I think there's somebody at my door. Give me 1 second. Give this a chance to dry. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm just going to entertain people with the sound of sanding. Getting sawdust in my eyes. Sucks.
No, just the neighbors making noise.
You at the office?
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. You have neighbors at the office?
There's a unit next door.
Oh. Is it a big unit?
It's a massive unit.
I'm live streaming. Huh? We're live streaming.
Oh.
Sorry, boss.
No, my daughter has a soccer camp, and my wife just took her to it and then showed back up. Apparently, she showed back up to, I guess, get a cooler and a refillable cup. So I'm guessing that she loaded up a bunch of happy drinks to just sit on the sideline and watch the kids.
That's the way to do it.
Oh no, absolutely. I mean, one of the things that I've always wanted to do is go to like a soccer tournament and like a kid's soccer tournament, right? And like full on tailgate, take the grill and of course my car's got like AC in it, AC plugs, so I can run the margarita maker and stuff out of it. So, but never got around to that. That might be next season. COVID also kind of chicken winged up a lot of those things too, because a lot of tournaments were canceled.
Messing with your tailgating time.
Yeah. Man. Sucks.
So how long is this going to take you?
Well, hopefully not very long. I mean, I got the flooring in. Got a couple of paint samples on the wall right now for somebody to decide what to do. Got two colors. The kid doesn't know whether or not she wants one color for the trim or the other color or for the wall. I mean, so they're kind of a couple grays. There's a
Yeah.
lighter gray and a darker gray, and what do you want to do with you want to go darker wall, lighter trim, or lighter wall and darker trim?
Right.
And
Got to
I don't
make the
know.
decision.
Yeah, so we got a couple samples. Those are drying, so we'll see what happens after practice. She may get overruled by her mom, which
It's your
is
decision as long as I agree with it, type of thing.
yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is, it's only about maybe a 10 by 10 room. I mean, it's not an incredibly large bedroom by any means. So the the darker the room, darker the paint, the smaller the room looks.
Yeah.
So, and of course, we're going to retire someplace else because, taxes. But yeah, it's this is the last time I'm painting this room.
You
And,
think so? Like that's your
no,
choice.
no, it's the last time I'm painting the room.
Ah, okay.
If somebody turns around and it's like, yeah, if a real estate agent says, oh, this has got to be brighter or something, it's like, all right, you hire a bunch of people and say, just blast it. I don't give a shit what you do. Just sell it. Oh, man. I'm going to have to get the sponge for that one. But yeah, no, it's, God, it sucks. Hate sanding drywall.
Hope you're wearing a mask. Nope, you're not.
Why? Why do you ask?
Never mind.
Yeah. So what's the big news this week? I've been kind of, to be honest,
Nothing.
I've been kind of AWOL for a while because of I had to, prior to this project, I had to do the thing in the garage where I added a full storage unit, 2 of them, just so I could have a place to put all the kids' stuff when we pulled it out of our room to do it. So I've been, AWOL for about a week.
Nothing from my end. I got, I'm pretty much out of touch with everything lately.
Yeah.
Just
to some degree, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, just kind of back to a normal schedule.
I did listen to the podcast, the Norn and Ian show.
The Jason episode?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's not out on Android yet. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not in the Play Store yet. So they've had this before where it was like late by a day.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, I mean, you could always go to, what is it, Anchor? Is what they're.
Yeah, but I can't listen to Anchor in the car. Actually, let me check now before I forget to see if it's posted. Grab it and load it for my car right home.
Dude, fantastic interview. I mean, Montoya just absolutely crushed it. So.
Yeah, see, still not there.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe I'll just stream it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like, I like Jason. He's a good guy.
Oh, Jason's a great guy. But yeah, it was a really, really fun episode. I think it was like damn near 2 hours long, dude. I really had a good time chatting with him. So,
what's up, Tommy? Tommy. Tomas is in the hizzle.
What's up, Tommy? I don't see comments or anything like that because clearly, as you can see, you're looking at my fan as I'm
It's a
sanding my
glorious fan.
ceiling. It is. Well, that was.
Oh, shit.
Oh man, as I sand drywall.
Maybe later, when you paint the wall, we can do a stream and literally watch paint dry.
I could set it up now so you watch like sample paint dry.
There you
go. Man, oh man. Yeah, no, I mean, you sent me a message earlier about maybe streaming, and I was like, yeah, I'm a little busy, but then I saw you were on, and I was like, yeah, you know what? The fan might be a good view, right? I'm painting,
something
you're
different.
Painting. So, always aim to please. Always aim to bring something new to the streams.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I like that edge there. Just gotta do have to clean that side up in here. All right. Oh, worst
Smack
part
it.
about it. I know. Just. A little barley soda. And let's see, I got. Where is that? Actually feels pretty good.
Let's go back to my tutorial for a second. So.
Oh yeah. I don't let me interrupt.
No. Well, not really tutorial, but kind of explain what I'm doing. So.
Okay.
You see all the black
in the.
Not you.
No,
Shut up, Warner.
I started sanding just as he started talking. So.
So all the blacks is covered in washes of green, so there's no real black except maybe a little bit in the eyebrows, which is fine. So that basically created the dark mid-tone for me. Right. You can see, like, this was solid black. There's a lot of solid blacks, but doing it is washes, but it's a little bit of water, not a lot, just enough to get some flow to the brush.
Fluidity,
yeah. So it's still keeping some values from the ink work, except down here where.
Well, the tricky part is that when that dries, it gets a little bit darker, right?
Yeah, but that's what I want. And besides the fact that I screwed up here in the cheek, that it was too wet, I'm literally picking up paint from it now.
And you said that this was on cardstock?
This is on the MCCW blank.
Okay.
So that kind of has its own quirks with how it likes to, or how it behaves with wet medium.
Yeah.
My test ones that I did yesterday, I did on strips of acrylic paper.
Okay.
Which works a lot better. But now that
it's a little tricky because that stuff has the what is it, the black piece that's sandwiched in there.
Yeah.
And so you've got different, paper, different, dyed paper kind of sandwiched together. If it gets too wet, which I found on a indie set that I was working on, that was a big deal. I had catastrophic
failure.
Yeah, with the stock.
I need to stop touching the cheek because I just literally just
keep lifting paint.
Yeah, and that's a really hard thing to fix.
Yeah.
So
I started. So I grabbed a piece of chipboard that I had gessoed like a while ago, and I started kind of playing around with it a little bit last night, and I decided that the next like pinup, like bomber art
Yeah.
type thing, I'm just gonna do on that instead of on that piece of steel that I got, just
Okay.
because I want to. Well, first of all, I'm in the middle of other projects and stuff, so I don't want to try and focus on how to paint on a piece of sheet metal,
Hmm.
while I'm in the middle of a bunch of other projects. But the but I'm not I mean the I'm doing a rogue, right? Actually,
Rogue.
rogue. Let me see. Go good. I'll get the line art here.
I think you showed me this, right?
I
The
think
one you
so.
came
Yeah.
over?
I don't
Yeah.
know if
Okay.
you saw like the finished like line art, so to speak, but it's let's see. You see that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I
And
saw the finish line work.
yeah,
Okay.
so I mean, little green bow,
She's
one
got to have the
piece.
gloves on, right?
No, she's on the beach by herself, so no
No.
gloves, no boots. Um, I thought about it. I thought about doing the gloves, but I was like, just leave it. But it just doesn't. I mean, I want for that piece of sheet metal. I want something that's going to be a little more like a character that's a little more pin-up-y
Oh, okay. Yeah.
than Rogue. I mean, something like a Black Cat or
Emma
even a
Frost or
yeah, something along those lines. Things that are
something more boudoir.
exactly. So, but so I started prepping this thing and then threw some light gray on it, and then some more clear gesso over that. So I think I'm going to do that on like an 11 by 14 piece of chipboard.
That's cool.
And then, yeah, I got to figure out what I want to do with that piece of metal though, because that's going to be pretty sweet.
Do oh, what's her name? Would be really cool on metal if you can get the metal to show through the Magic's counterpart. Kind of looks like
Wait,
Angela with the metal arms.
um, Magic's counterpart.
Or Magic when she goes to the other realm.
You mean like with the horns and stuff?
Oh, Rasputin.
Oh,
Is that? Am I thinking of the right character?
yeah, I think so. Who would be kind of cool is in Twisted.
Sounds like you've
Who's the
seen.
who's the no, I'm washing my hands. I got drywall dust all over them. Who was it? Shoot, I just saw somebody had posted a Liddy Lee chibi of who's the chick from Mojo World with the 6 arms?
Um, something with an S. Spiral.
Yeah, Spiral. Yeah,
Yeah, she'd be
that
cool
would
too
be
because she's
kind of
got the metal
cool.
arms. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Or even Silver Sable.
Yeah. There's a lot of shiny there.
Yeah. And just like do like the arms and legs in like a one piece swimsuit that you don't even render,
Yeah.
and then
So you
just go
just
high.
create the
Yeah.
forms. That'd
Yeah.
be sick. As an idea. Light bulb.
Kind of like that oh gosh, what Adam Hughes?
Yeah, he does that.
It was the last one he did. There was I think it was a Daredevil.
It's all red, except
Yeah,
the face
it's a
and some
red comic.
highlights.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, yeah, that's really cool.
I dig that kind of stuff. Problem is trying to get rid of the pencil lines after you do it. It's almost got to be digitally fixed. But all right, you're done with your explanations.
No, I kind of lost my train of thought. So.
Well, you were talking about the black and the green and the.
Yeah, and then I don't know. No, I'm just going in and doing the repainting and all the details with a mixture of black and green to get a darker. Should be using a bigger brush but I'm a muppet like that, so.
There it is. Yeah.
There we go.
Nobody else was available today?
I asked Gordon, and he's pretty much tied up Friday nights for a little bit because of the kids.
Yeah. That just reminded me of
and I didn't want to do like a whole thing, so.
Yeah, I did shoot Jason a message saying that he did a great job on that interview.
And he told you
He
to
said
fuck
he
off?
went, huh?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. He told me to go F myself. No, he said thanks, but he wants to get onto another stream. So
I don't know how many times I got to put it out there. If anybody wants to stream, let me know.
Yeah.
Don't wait for me to ask. Yeah. Next weekend, what do you guys have off? Friday or Monday? For the 4th of
next
July?
weekend.
The 4th
We
of
have
July?
4th of July off.
Which is the Monday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We have Canada Day, which is on the 1st, so we get the Friday off. But
nice.
That means that my Friday is potentially wide open to do all kinds of.
Oh, nice. I think
All kinds of arts and crafts.
I'm done with yours. Oh, wait. That's next Friday.
Next Friday.
I should be done with this project, so.
Just get her done already. Shit.
Dude, I just started like a day ago.
Yeah, I was slacking.
I know. I suck. All right. Let's get. Roll the hay. All right. So I am ready for. I think coat 2 in the corners. There you go, good. Brush.
There you go. Now you're talking, getting some momentum there.
Is anybody watching, commenting? Anything?
There's a couple of people watching. Nobody's really commenting. I think they're just enjoying the hum of the sandpaper.
Of the fan.
Or the fan, yeah.
No, I'm rinsing out my brush.
Not peeing.
Not peeing. Oh,
and big weekend this week with I don't know what the name of the show was on. We're all
Heroes Con?
Is it Heroes Con that?
Yeah, in North Carolina? Is that
where
it is?
Somewhere.
Yep. Yeah, I saw Matt Combs
Yeah, waiting in line.
Yeah, waiting in line. And to be honest, if anybody hasn't gone or doesn't know or whatever, my understanding is it's a great show. I've never done it. I got a lot of, like Forney's done it, Fight's done it,
Heroes
you
Con,
know,
yeah.
and my understanding is it's a fantastic show.
No, look at that.
So
Elmer's gonna go hit it up
is
tomorrow.
he?
Yeah.
Sweet. But I think it's kind of cool that you get the the group the
The community
Marvel
present.
Cards Collective fan collective, doing a meet and greet and get together. That's
Yeah, no, it's really cool. And like I wish it was accessible for me because I definitely hit that. But
yeah. I mean,
yeah,
it's same here. I mean, it's North Carolina, and I'm in the Midwest, so. But I think who's going? Well, Matt, doesn't matter where Matt's at. I mean, he's a airline pilot, so he can go wherever he wants.
yeah.
Don't know if his passengers will be appreciative, but he can go wherever he wants. But yeah, you've got what is it? Well, shoot, Norton's in North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
And then you got Fuller is just up in.
He's in Boston.
Is he in Massachusetts? For some reason, I thought he was in Pennsylvania. No, he goes to the Pennsylvania show. But yeah, I mean, he just cruises down the coast, which is, like traveling across, 5 states or whatever. On the East Coast, it's like traveling across 2 in the Midwest. But
Sorry, Elmer says that's mainly why I'm going. Oh, to meet and greet. Yeah, yeah. It's a good
yeah,
reason to go, man. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, seriously,
what's up,
if I
Eldad?
weren't in the middle of doing a, remodeling a bedroom and was closer to the East Coast than I am, I would absolutely go. But again, or I should have, basically signed up just to do the show. But again, everything's kind of up in the air in terms of what we're allowed to and not allowed to do based on the Rona.
Yeah. No, they're finally starting to lighten up on shit here. So, which I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but
You know what? I think that, my personal opinion is it's out there. It's going to happen. It's
manageable.
it's not as yeah. It's much more manageable now. It's certainly not as risky as it once was.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you. I mean, like it wasn't that bad for me. I mean, it sucked, but
right.
I've had worse colds.
Oh yeah.
Or worse flus. So
that's right. You got the Rona.
Yeah, I got the Rona. You get the Rona.
Well, yeah. Was that public knowledge until you just
Um.
now mentioned it?
Well, I didn't stream, so I didn't like go and post on the internet saying, "Hey, everybody, I got COVID. Pray for me."
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
I remember that. I remember when I had it, and then you called me, and I couldn't finish a sentence just from coughing, and you're like, "Yeah, dude, I'll talk to you later."
Yeah, I didn't have it that bad.
Oh, you didn't have the cough?
I had it, but I didn't have these massive cough fits. Like, really, I stayed home one day.
Oh yeah.
And then
no, it was really only one day of feeling like crap. It just happened to be that day that you called me.
Oh.
So, but on the flip side, I didn't have full coughing fits until I tried to talk.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that might have been the universe telling you to shut up for a bit.
It's
right.
It wouldn't be unheard of. So, but yeah, it was yeah, I don't want to downplay it because, you know, it's different for everybody. And obviously a lot of people had it much worse and didn't fare as well as I did.
Yeah.
But, you know, I suspect that whatever, you know, version I had, version 3.0 or whatever, is not nearly as bad as what
The OG.
initially,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's but yeah, it was about 24 hours of pure misery, and then like a couple days on each side of feeling bleh.
Yeah. But anyways, enough of
Yeah,
that. That's a joyful topic.
yeah, it's not not awesome. Oh, so actually, speaking of joyful topics, um, so what was it last weekend? It was Father's Day weekend,
Yeah. Father's Day.
and yeah, so we had my daughter's friend. You know, speaking of COVID, um, her dad ended up passing away in version 1.0,
Oh shit.
and so it was Father's Day, and her sisters and mother went to a wedding, so they were out of town, and but it was like one of those weddings where it's like no kids allowed, kind of a thing,
Yeah.
right? And she could have hung out with her family up at the lake and stuff, but she didn't want to spend Father's Day with a bunch of family members sitting there reminiscing about her dad and
Mm-hmm.
things like that and stuff. So it's just, you know, purely understandable. So we were like, come hang out with us for the weekend. We're not doing anything. Next thing you know, it's like, hey, we're going to Great Flag or Six Flags, right? Gonna go ride roller coasters all day on Father's Day, and it was awesome. You know, take the kids' mind off of that stuff and
Yeah, that's great.
just
You
have
saw
a
that
good
video you
time.
sent me. You're out of your mind at your age.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I didn't. I didn't ride that one. That was the Flash something or whatever. Because
Oh, you weren't on that?
no, the girls were on it, and I recorded it. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I did do a bunch of other roller coasters, which were pretty cool. What was the one that? Oh, what was the one that? The one that I thought would be like the creepiest is it was the Joker ride, and it was this weird like loop that goes around almost like an S, right? And but you're in this capsule that like does somersaults and backflips and stuff as you go through these loops that just goes around. It's all it's like a two-dimensional type thing, right?
Okay.
So it's just up and down and sideways, you know. But it was like there were all kinds of flips that this thing did. And I thought that was going to be brutal, but the girls wanted to do it, and I was like, okay, I'm game. Um, my wife jumped on, the girls jumped on, I got on, and my wife got off of it and said, "Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to do that again." And
And once.
I was like, it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought. She goes, "No, it was just as bad as I thought it would be. I'm not doing that again."
At least check that off the bucket list, right?
Yeah, done. So, but yeah, it was a good time. And then of course the girls got
Don't say
as the
wasted.
day
Don't say
as,
wasted.
as well, they as the day went on, they got a little more teenagery, where they
Yeah.
just like turn around and disappear on you.
No.
It's like,
Jayhawk says that's funny. Tells you just how old you are getting. Yeah, exactly.
what was that?
Says tells you just how old you're getting.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Going to the amusement
It's
park and be like, yeah, hell no, I'm not getting on that thing. Are you out of your mind?
well. What was funny was so like this was probably my second time ever going to this amusement park. The first time was um, my daughter. I want to say she was in preschool, and they had like these little things in the school where if you read, you know, X amount or whatever within this time frame, you get free tickets or whatever to this amusement park, right? So she had to read like a couple books or something,
Mm-hmm.
and we got free tickets. So we went. We planned it with some friends, and we went, burned the free tickets because there's like an expiration date on it or whatever.
Yeah.
But the kid was like, she's in preschool, so she's like too small to ride on any of the, the rides. But there were a bunch of what
I
is it,
like
the
the
Fast
teacups.
Pass? Yeah, yeah, she could ride on that stuff, but she couldn't ride on like a roller coaster, right?
Right.
But there were a bunch of Fast Passes, which is like basically puts you in the front of the line,
Mm-hmm.
and that was in it. So I used them on a couple rides. It was like the Superman ride and the Dark Knight ride, right? And so I did the Dark Knight ride. That was all indoors. It was kind of like Space Mountain,
Okay.
at Disney. And
Yeah.
then there was the Superman ride, which is you get into this chair and then it turns you upside down, so you're like flying,
Oh, that's cool.
and so you're like facing the ground, right? Through this roller coaster,
Oh yeah,
but
I
it
know
doesn't.
I know which one it is. Yeah, that one's world famous.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, man, I got on that thing. I was like, nope, no, thank you.
You didn't do it?
I did it, and
Oh,
then I
but then
got
you're like,
off
I'm
of
not.
it,
Oh, and
but
you're
I
like,
was
never
like,
doing this
yeah,
shit again.
yeah, exactly. It was terrifying. And this is when the ride was like new, right? So there were like all the rumors of like, the thing unlocking and people falling to their death and shit like
Yeah.
that. So you get onto the thing with this preconceived notion, and you're like, holy shit. And there's this one part of the ride where it kind of does like a loop-de-loop kind of a thing, but the way that it does it, you can't see what's coming. So you like turn upside down and then do a loop-de-loop and then like dive into the ground coming in like a back handspring
Okay.
kind of a thing. So you don't see stuff coming until it's there.
See, the going backwards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that I don't like.
Yeah, so it was kind of that same kind of a vibe, right? And I was like, yeah, no thanks. So the girls were like, we want to do the Superman ride. You want to do it? And I was like, nope. So Kat, and I was like, and I explained to him, dude, it's terrifying. And my wife was like, I'll go with you.
She regretted
So they
that.
get now. Here's the best part. The ride broke down when they were on
Oh my god.
it.
That'll teach you.
So they had finished the ride and they were in the queue to like get off the ride.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like kind of log jammed up, right? But they were still facing down,
Oh
right?
my
So like
god.
so they had to sit there for like 10, 15 minutes, face down, looking over this platform kind of thing. No G's, no nothing. All the, blood's rushing to your head kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that was one of those things. So then they finally get off, and I asked my wife, I was like, okay, was it what I? She goes, it was actually pretty good, but yeah, it's pretty scary. I was like, so it is. So I wasn't off on my, you know, my my recollection
Yeah.
of it. She goes, oh no, it's pretty terrifying. So then we wrote it like 3 more times.
Elmer says,
I did get back on it.
Carol Wins has one like that called the Nighthawk. It's awesome.
Nice. The one probably, to be honest, I think that the best ride. There were two sweet rides. There was the first one we rode was X Flight, and it was almost like you were in it was almost like you were in a fighter jet kind of thing.
Okay.
But the way that the cars are set up, it's like you load on either side of the rail, and the cars on the rail are like parallel with the rail, right? So you're like off to the side of the rail. You're not on it or under it. You're off to the side,
Mm-hmm.
right?
And you're hanging from the top.
Well, no, I mean you're in in a carriage of some sort, right? But it literally, like as you're banking through these, it felt like you were in a jet plane.
Oh.
You know, and there's even a part where the thing goes like sideways and then like cuts through this structure, like you're barnstorming.
Yeah.
So
cool.
that it was pretty cool, but that ride was like less than a minute long. And that thing was freaking awesome. But the next best ride, and I would actually even argue that it's better, was the Batman ride there, which was very much like the Superman ride, only you're in a seated position.
So it's like you're flying the
like the Batwing, yeah. It was pretty cool. But that's a darn good ride. This is anybody care or whatever. It's Six Flags Great America, Gurnee, Illinois.
We have the music park in Toronto is called Canada's Wonderland. It used to be Paramount Wonderland, but then I guess something happened with the license. But there's one ride called Top Gun, and it's one of those ones where you're dangling. So you sit and they put the shoulder harness on or whatever, and then as the ride starts, the legs go away.
Disappear.
So you just disappear. So you're just being held on like within this massive harness, and it goes upside down and sideways and shakes. But it does, like if you've never been at one point, it doesn't open up, but the piece that goes that's in your crotch that comes on between your legs, like drops a half an inch.
Is that because of centrifugal force?
No, it's designed to do that. Like it's designed to do that. Like it clicks down, right? And man, if you've never experienced that, because all of us, man, you see people and they're holding on to the handles on the shoulder pieces for dear life, right? Like it makes you feel like it's breaking.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Whoever thought of that. Afterburn is called here. Yeah, that one. I think it's the same type of thing. It's pretty cool. Your feet dangling all over the place and it shakes you around and whatnot. It's great.
Yeah, roller coasters are freaking amazing to me. Just in terms of the engineering and stuff, and how very much it's relying on weight to
physics, yeah.
The physics part, and then you've got water falling out of the fridge. you've got that part, but then how they can innovate the different things, like for instance, the seat dropping out from behind underneath you, and you know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah,
it's just, and then you get on like one of those old wooden roller coasters, which
the
is still a
squeaky.
joy.
Yeah, because they're all squeaky and cracky, and you see
Oh yeah,
rusted nails, but they're not really rusted. Like they're just painted that way.
yeah. No, it's pretty amazing. Even when you look at the the engineering in the old school uh, roller coasters, it's pretty impressive. And they're not even doing loop de loops or flipping around or anything, you know?
Yeah, they're just going up and down, and
Yep.
yeah, Elmer, exactly. Like it starts moving, and then all of a sudden the platform's gone, and you have no idea what's going on. It's pretty creepy.
No, but that was a good day, and it was a long day because it was just like everything else. You go, oh yeah, we're just gonna be there for a few hours and then bail
Mm-hmm.
out. Oh no, we closed the joint. You know, got there when it opened and closed it.
That's all right.
Yeah, no, it was. And you'd think that the girls would be, you know, tuckered out
They're
at the end of the
bouncing off the
day.
walls, right? Just pure
Oh, dude, they
adrenaline.
were they were up until like 4 a.m. Of course, they're talking about two teenage girls on summer vacation on the weekend.
Yeah.
So, but I was actually surprised. Now, I will say this: they slept until like 2 in the afternoon the next day.
Yeah, I miss those days.
Oh yeah, those were good old days. Man,
How long has this been now? Oh, geez, an hour and 10 minutes. It's
oh
taking longer.
nice.
A little longer than I was hoping for,
But for the
but I
card,
think, yeah.
this room is taking longer than I was hoping for.
Okay, just redo the hair and pitch black. And then maybe just do
Yeah, I
some
got to tell you.
highlighting.
Speaking of the whole signs of getting older. Oh my goodness, dude! I can't even. I get about halfway through the day, and this is after doing the shelving units and stuff. Um, Now onto this room. It's like I get halfway through the day and I can't even move. It's just everything aches and cracks and jammed
So
my
you
finger the
stretch.
other day and oh yeah, I don't stretch. Jammed my finger in a door jamb the other day, and so that's all
That's
locked
that's
up.
the best.
I love jamming joints where you can crack them. You can just crack them like every 10 minutes, and it still
Mm.
doesn't relieve it. That is the best. It's my favorite. Just cutting corners. Of course, my kid will get home from soccer camp. Is this really done yet?
What's taking so long? Yeah,
Exactly.
three old ladies crocheting around the coffee table.
In the meantime, my wife is like, "Oh, I can't believe you got the entire floor done." Believe it or not, that was the easy part.
Let's do some straight hairs.
Oh, this is a nice coat, the second coat on the corners here. Pretty happy with how this is coming out.
All right. That's
And of course, these knuckleheads, when they built this house, they turn on, like all the drywall is nailed in,
not screwed
right?
on.
They're not screwed in. So the drywall's all nailed in. So it's like whenever, I don't know, you get thunder or something, it, pops a nail from the,
It's funny.
it just sucks. I removed a couple nails that had popped from the ceiling and replaced them with screws. And then a couple other ones that I couldn't get a hold of, just, had to nail them back in and mud back over the top of them. But
Not the worst thing, right?
yeah, no, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, this subdivision is, I wouldn't say it's hot, I wouldn't say it's low end, but it definitely isn't the high end of housing. So it was definitely, it was certainly more affordable when they first built these. I think my wife bought this house for $89.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and that was in the 90s. So, and right now, a house just like this just sold for 400. So, and another one is listed for 388. This is 1,100 square foot.
Yeah, I don't know what the values are like where you live, but
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a tiny ranch, basically. And it's the 1,100 square feet. You'd have to do the conversion to meters,
yeah, for some
to metric.
reason, it's like whatever is bigger here. So it's like whichever measurement is more impressive, that's the one that's being used. So square footage is square footage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gas is in liters, not
Right,
gallons, right?
not
It's,
gallons, right?
it's whichever one's bigger.
Well,
Groceries
gallons
are
are
in
bigger
pounds.
than liters, right?
Well, no, but are you getting 3 liters or 1 gallon? Right, 3 liters
Right.
sounds better,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Got it.
Are you getting 1,000 square feet or I don't know, like 150 square meters?
Right.
It's very psychological. Kind of stupid, really. You just pick one, right?
Yeah, well, and the sad thing is that if you were going to pick one, you would clearly pick the metric system because the rest of the world is on that.
Yeah, but like,
But we're not going to change.
no,
So,
like you go buy groceries, right? And oranges, whatever, 99 cents a pound. Okay, fine.
right.
Then you go and you cash out, but on your receipt it says you bought 1.32 kilograms
Right.
because that's the actual measurement, not the pound. Like it's just so stupid.
I didn't realize that they mixed and matched up there in the Great White North.
It's like whatever's most convenient.
Yeah, what's more marketable?
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh. There's a wall there.
Don't break it.
Any other comments?
No, Elmer just saying there were a bunch of old ladies.
Yeah, pretty much.
So is he. In case.
Aren't we all? Man.
I don't know.
Oh, this is probably the best stream I've ever done.
Very productive,
no judgment. Can't see what I'm doing.
It's your best work to date.
It is. It is. Mm.
Okay, so now
but nobody's going to watch this. Nobody's going to watch this stream.
What, the replay?
They're just going to get dizzy from the fan.
Hey, I'm not watching.
I'm just here for the audio, folks.
All right, let's just do something with the background and call it a day. Green goes good with purple. Right?
Purple, yeah, purple's a good complementary color for.
You know what? Let's continue this theme and let's just use a marker to fill it in. Yeah, thanks, Elmer. Like, I could leave it like this, but it's gonna have the white frame when I take off the tape. So I'm just gonna just do something in the background to have a so it's not on white and
more contrast.
Yeah, quick, down and dirty. I say that now. We'll see what happens in 20 minutes when I'm still sitting here like painting.
Oh. I have to look here in a sec to see. So you're done with the Hulk?
Pretty much. Just gonna...
I haven't looked. I'm up on a ladder right now.
Don't fall, don't fall. Yeah, we're just kind of create a bit of texture with the purples and the grays and the blues. Yeah.
Do you use a sponge at all?
Rarely, but only if I do. Like if I'll start background first.
Right.
Like I'll do a sponge. I'll use a sponge to make the texture.
Yeah. Because I was thinking with the blues and purples, if you sponge a little orange in there, that would be pretty cool too.
Yeah, if I would have done that first.
Right, but you didn't. So.
But I didn't. Yeah. But I'm gonna hit it with paint in a minute, and I could throw some orange in there. Because I learned on another piece that I can't varnish right over alcohol markers because it picks it up. So I got to make sure I get full paint coverage over.
Yeah.
over this whole area.
Let's see.
Or just use the paint to seal it in.
How do the highlights look on that? It's hard for me to see on this
Um,
screen
they're okay. I mean, it's looking a little darker on my screen than it does in real life.
in real life. Okay.
Yeah. Once I do the background, it'll kind of neutralize the values
Yeah,
a bit,
it'll
and they'll see.
pop, make it pop a little more.
Yeah, or maybe dull them out a bit, and then I'll kind of see what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's no white anywhere in the Hulk.
Right, right. Yeah, that's why I really like those the Sharpie water-based paint pens.
Yeah.
For
Elmer, yeah, I'm going to drop paint on it now. Because I got to seal it. This would be a perfect candidate for airbrushed background. But yeah, should have done that like an hour ago.
So wait, you throw down the marker and then you go back over it with the same color paint, or
Right now, yeah, I'm doing purple just to give it. Now I'm just literally just glazing it because
right?
it's going to be the same hue of purple over everything.
Okay,
So it's going to make the blue a little bit more in line with this color. It just kind of unifies it. And then I'll give it a minute and then maybe I'll hit it with a bit of orange up here.
oh nice. Okay.
But that's how this is going to end up being not a quick background. Because if
Did
that
you
doesn't,
do? Did you when you started? Because I didn't catch the beginning, and I know that what you're. Did you didn't do any you didn't do marker on the Hulk himself, right? You just
I
went
did a
right
little
by.
bit of gray. So I did
Oh,
the
okay.
flat blacks and then kind of here, the
Right.
cheekbone under the eye and behind the ear. I have like a 50% gray Copic just to
Okay.
get a little bit of separation, of tonal separation. But then I just painted everything in green over it. So none of the gray is there.
I wonder if you use a little bit of purple instead of the gray.
Yeah, but and that I would usually do that, right? Because if I do like an underpainting style, like I try to
Right.
use
Right.
the cool shadows or warm shadows highlights, but I was trying to
Hmm.
do the ink approach
Got
uh,
it. Got it.
to do it faster, and it was fast. Like I don't know, maybe 10 minutes for the initial drawing and um, ink. Okay, so now let's make it a little bit more. There we go. Am I still on frame?
All right. Look, we're painting.
We're painting.
We're painting.
Oh, painting. Thanks, Jayhawk. Yeah, I think this is pretty much done. It's got to dry before I varnish it, but I'll do that on Monday when I'm back in the office. But I called this one done.
Nice.
Then what's that? An hour and a half? That's not bad.
That's not bad. That's like half the time on Masterpieces 2020
Yeah,
per
and
card,
it's
right?
yeah, and that's without backgrounds for most of them. So
Right. Oh boy. Paintbrush got slippery in my hand. I couldn't figure it out. Apparently, I have paint all over my hands, and
no, slippery when wet.
exactly. It's like, oh man, now I'm getting the paint up in the ferrule.
Yeah, see, I need to
That's no
2022. I
bueno.
wish Elmer 2022.
Yeah, dude. Talk about a disappointment, huh?
No,
You
don't
didn't
want to.
get on it, right?
I am not on masterpieces.
Yeah. Neither am I. Kind of bummed about that. I say kind of, but I mean really bummed.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
It's funny. There was a guy that at that card show I did, Constantine,
Yep.
came by and he was like, "Dude, you should be on Masterpieces." I was
No
like,
shit.
"Yeah." I was like, "What do you mean, like base cards or no sketch cards?" Well, yeah, I'm not. Um, Not on it this year. I was like, for what? For 2022? He was like, yeah. I was like, well, yeah. For some reason, I never got the call,
There's still time. You don't know.
oh yeah. There's still
Jayhawk wants to know who
EPAC.
makes the calls, and yeah, that's an excellent question, my friend.
That's a darn good question, and
Should
I think
write your member
it
of parliament.
yeah. You know what? Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't know if it matters or whatever, but I mean, I hear a lot of um, the community guys saying, "Oh man, I can't believe so and so's not on the set or whatever." Dude, you can't sit there and not do anything about it and then complain when somebody's not on the set. Never hurts to shoot an email and say, "Hey, why isn't so and so on the set?" You know, why aren't the Glebes on this set? Why isn't you know whoever? You know,
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
dude,
whatever.
go lobby for your favorite artist, man.
Yeah, we don't know who makes the call, Jayhawk.
Yeah, no,
Like
that's
no real sense as to how it works, as to who decides who gets on what set. So
we just know the guy who sends the email that like brings you in, but
it's
we
not
don't know
necessarily
if
his decision.
he's the guy. Yeah, we don't know if he's the guy that basically picks the names out of a hat.
Whatever. I don't want to dwell on it.
Nah, it is what it is, man. Good news is,
I'm on
when
Feral
you're
to
not.
Avengers.
The good news is that when you're not, if you're not like inundated with deadlines for a set, you get to really kind of focus on your craft, so to speak, which is super cool. Because I mean, that's the thing is that if you get like, there are some artists that get on set after set after set after set,
Yeah,
but
but
do they
it eats
really
up.
get
It consumes all your time, right?
right? It consumes all their time. So do they really get to grow as an artist? And I think with the downtime, it's almost a blessing in disguise in the sense that you really get to focus on your craft and try different
Maybe that's what they're
things.
doing. Can you imagine that's what they're doing? They're like giving people a break.
I would like to imagine that they had that kind of a foresight. Or maybe there's like, hey, you know what, Dre's not on masterpieces. We're gonna save him for something really big. Let him up his game a little bit, and then we're gonna, have him do base cards for Fleer Ultra or Flare or something like that. Which would, that would be. If that turned out to be the case, it's like, okay,
I'd be okay with that. Yeah, but
I'd be okay with the time off.
Yeah, I just don't think that's it. Okay, I'm gonna call this halt done. I could do more, but that's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. Here, see. There's the
Good work.
you like it.
Yeah, you missed the spot.
Oh shoot. Let's see here. I can't. This is so weird because I'm using the front camera.
Thanks, Summer. Thanks, Jayhawk. Yeah.
What? No comments on my ceiling?
Oh, they said it looks great.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna call it. What was that an hour and 45 minutes for this? That's not. Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's gonna look a little cleaner when I varnish it, but that won't be till next week, and I'll post a picture. And I really hope I painted it upside and like the right side up because I didn't label what's the top. Okay, that's it. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Warner, put on a mask.
I'm not sanding. I'm
Okay.
painting.
All right.
So.
All right. Thanks, Summer. Thanks, Jayhawk. Thanks, Warner. Peace.
Thanks, guys.